Alright guys, today we're going to be playing with some Seafoam. The reason for that is because since I installed the catch can, sorry, it's kind of, the sun is kind of weird. There we go, there's the catch can. Ever since I installed the catch can, since I drove it for like 43,000 miles before I did that catch can, and there's a separate video on that if you want to look on the playlist. But since I drove for like 43,000 miles before I put the catch can, I'm thinking, okay, well, all of that stuff that's been depositing on the top of my cylinders needs to be cleaned out, right? So I've got the Seafoam to clean the engine out. There's two different ones here. This one goes in the tank, this one here, and then this one is a specialty one. It costs like $3 or $4 more. This is like $8, this is like $12, I want to say. It's got a spray on top, and then it also comes with this little kind of bendy tube. And what's going to happen is you're going to take your intake boot apart here, so upstream of the filter, and you're going to stick that stem in there, and then you're going to tighten this back down so that not a lot of air can get in there. And then you're going to start the truck. It says to hold it at 2,000 RPMs. I'll have to figure that out since I'm by myself. I might have to use a board or something to put on the accelerator. Anyway, and then we're going to spray the contents of this can, entire contents, into the engine. And then what we're going to do is, as soon as we're done spraying, we're going to turn the truck off. They call it a hot soak. So we're going to turn the truck off, and then we're just going to let it sit for 10 minutes. And then after that, it says to jump in and drive for like 10 minutes, and it says to drive like pretty aggressively, like accelerate as fast as you can and stuff like that, to just burn off all those extra hydrocarbons that are in the top of the engine. So we're going to do that. So first we're going to put this one in the tank, and then we're gonna put this little spray neck, whatever thing you want to call it, in there, and we're going to spray this into the engine with it running, let it hot soak, and then we're going to take it for a drive. So for those of you who didn't know, there's actually a funnel that comes with the truck. It's right over there under the jack. See the white funnel? That's what you're going to need to get that additive in your fuel tank. I actually already had one right here. It's just laying back here, so I'm going to use mine. But it's the same thing. It just bypasses that safety filler neck. So we're going to install it right in here. It just slides right in there. And this one's dirty, so I'm going to take it back out and wipe it before I use it, but then we're going to pour the fluid right in here. All right, here we go. I got this opened up. I took a sniff of it. It smells like rubbing alcohol, so I'm pretty sure it's very high in alcohol content. Not sure what else is in there, but it smells like rubbing alcohol. We're going to pour this in there, and then we're going to go up and put that little tube in our intake boot and go from there. There we go. All right, I've got the filler neck in here. I just tightened it down. I didn't like really torque this because I didn't want to crush the tube, but it's going in right there. And it's got this little guard too to help the tube from being crushed. So you put that in there like that. There is a little tiny gap on either side of there, but it's not really dirty around here. If there's a lot of dirt under here, I would like clean that first so you're not sucking that straight into your engine. But this around this air opening right here is pretty clean, so I'm not worried about any dirt getting in there for the short period of time this is in here. And then this little tube is going to stick right in your nozzle, just like a can of WD-40. So I'm going to go start the truck. I'm going to find a way to jerry rig it so I'm at 2,000 RPMs, and I'm going to spray this in here. While this is spraying in there, I'm going to set the camera up over here to the side, because I've seen some quite dramatic videos of the Seafoam coming out, and I guess it's like a lot of white smoke or maybe black smoke, but I want you guys to see that coming out while I'm spraying that can in there. So I'm going to set the camera up over here so you can see that. All right, so we just finished spraying all the stuff in. I shut the truck off. Now it's doing its hot soak for the next 10 minutes. The way I jerry-rigged the pedal was I used my 24-inch level here, put the seat all the way back, and it was just long enough to where I could put it on the pedal and kind of hook it on the front of the seat here. And I was able to get it to hold like right at 2,500 RPMs. I know the instructions said 2,000, but Figured a little bit over wasn't going to hurt anything. So I did that. So now while I'm waiting, I'm going to go ahead and empty the catch can to make sure there's no fluid in there. Again, I have another video on the catch can, but I'm going to empty that, and then I'm going to get Roxy loaded up because she loves to go for test drives. And once the 10 minutes is up, then we're going to go take this thing for a little drive. Yeah, make sure you take that tube out of here and tighten your hose clamp back up before you go for your test drive. One more note before we go for our little drive, while we're still waiting. There was like no smoke coming out of here at all. I expected to see a bunch of white smoke. There's like no smoke at all coming out of the exhaust. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'm probably going to cut the majority of that portion of the video out, because there's really nothing to see, so I'll save you the trouble. All right, we're back from our 10-minute drive. She did really good. Everything feels great. I saw zero any kind of smoke coming out of the exhaust. No white smokes, no black smoke. I've seen other videos that people have made that have like billowing white smoke coming out. I'm assuming maybe that means that that's the carbon burning. So maybe no smoke means that I didn't have very much carbon. But either way, I'm glad I did this. It gives me the peace of mind that I've cleaned out the system, and that catch can is gonna prevent any further buildup on top of the cylinders. So, I'm sorry, the valves, right? So that's it for now. I'll see you guys in the next video.